Hello and welcome back to more Skyrim Necromancer. You can see one of our dudes is already running into a wall. We're off to a great start. Actually, you know what? Those guys have been doing pretty well lately. They haven't pissed me off nearly as much. Yeah, that one's just running in place. So we'll ignore him. He has his own issues to work out. And what we're going to do today is continue with the College of Winterhold quests. Okay, he fixed himself this time. This series, or at least this part of the series, is going to be rather, I guess, boring because there's no fighting. You have to go talk to the augur who has a whole like ice wraith and a half down there.
I don't see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Well, well, and you seem to be in one piece. Thank you. I'll look these over and inform Mirabelle if I find anything relevant. Night of Tears, eh? I remember this one. Well, isn't that interesting? Did you read it yourself? If I recall it correctly, that has some interesting implications. You should mention that to Toldir. And here. I suppose you've earned these.
So he gave us a bunch of books. I think it's one skill book for each of the magic skills. But we're not after leveling, so we're not going to touch any of that. Like I said, this is going to be a lot of like story, which doesn't really fit into our playstyle because that mostly involves build progress.
Did he now? Does he have information about our wonderful discovery? Is that the one about something buried beneath Sarthal? Something that men and Mare fought over? I'll have to make a point of rereading it. I don't recall the details. I just can't seem to tear myself away. Whatever this is, its beauty is like nothing I've... If you'd allow me to indulge myself for a moment, I thought I might make a few observations.
You just can't stop staring at the shiny things. That's great. So let's just heal our guys up. I don't even know if they're damaged at this point, but we have the mana to spare.
This marvelous object, it practically radiates, and yet it's unlike anything I've felt before. Archmage Aaron is already hard at work. Hopefully we'll have more information soon.
I'm afraid I must intrude. It is urgent that I speak with your associate.
This is most inappropriate. We're involved in serious research here.
Yes, I've no doubt of its gravity. This, however, is a matter that cannot wait.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never been interrupted like this before. The audacity. I suppose we'll continue this at some later time, when we can avoid interruptions.
I need you to come with me immediately. Let's go. Really? Will allow me to clarify the situation. I'd like to know why there's someone claiming to be from the Psijic Order here in the college. More importantly, I'd like to know why he's asking for you specifically. So we're going to go have a little chat with him and find out exactly what it is he wants. Technically that is true, but I still report to the Aldmeri Dominion, and I cannot ignore this situation. Don't worry. You can return to your petty squabbles and meaningless research as soon as this matter is resolved.
Well, I see we're doing important research there. Basically staring at a shiny object. It's pretty much what any other research is like.
Now, you are going to speak to this monk and find out why he is here, and then he will be removed.
Going, Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that.
Please, what you learn it is good to meet you in person.
Several, if you're talented.
I'd simply like to talk to you. I've given us a chance to speak privately. But I'm afraid I can't do this for long. We must be brief. The situation here at your college is of dire importance, and attempts to contact you, as we have previously, have failed. I believe it is due to the very source of our concern. This object, the Eye of Magnus, as your people have taken to calling it. The energy coming from it has prevented us from reaching you with the visions you have already seen. The longer it remains here, the more dangerous the situation becomes. And so I have come here personally to tell you it must be dealt with. You set this chain of events in motion at Sarthal. You must understand the Psijic Order does not typically intervene directly in events. My presence here will be seen as an affront to some within the Order. As soon as we have finished, I will be leaving your college. I'm all too aware that my arrival has aroused suspicion, especially in Onkano, your Thalmor associate. Nevertheless, my Order will not act directly. You must take it upon yourself to do so. As you may have learned, this object, the Eye, is immensely powerful. The world is not ready for it. If it remains here, it will be misused. Indeed, many in the Order believe it has already. Rather, something will happen soon, something that cannot be avoided. Unfortunately, the future is as obscure to us as it is to you. The overwhelming power of the Eye makes it difficult for us to see. I fear I have already overstepped the bounds of my Order, but I will offer this. Seek out the Augur of Dunlane here in your college. His perception may be more coherent than ours. He was once a student here at the college. Now he is something different. I am unsure. He is somewhere within the college. Surely one of your colleagues must know his location. I am sorry I cannot provide you with further help, but this conversation requires a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I'm afraid I must leave you. We will continue to watch over you and guide you as best we can. It is within you to succeed. Never forget that.
I'm sorry. Were you about to say something?
I also love how his shit can actually, you know, go past the Archmage. You know, the Archmage is supposed... Actually, you know what? The Archmage is... I haven't taken a look at his stats. I haven't seen how good he's supposed to be. Although I'd imagine a lot of this would be, you know, lore-wise stuff. Oh yeah, we have 8. Actually, where the hell are we supposed to go? I think we're supposed to find Tolfdir, right? So I jumped down the building for no reason. Did we lose one of our... Jeez, we lost one of our guys.
I need your
Not you, not you. Whoa! What the hell is that?
It is difficult to admit,
I think that's a
but
fierce
these are
spell.
still useful.
Or a fury spell. But it's not something to be playing around with. Oh jeez, we actually... No, is that him? Yeah, that's our other one. He just took a little bit running around. Oh, no big deal. Now, I actually don't know where Tolfdir is, so I guess we'll have to find him. Is he here? He's old.
Mirabelle does a fine... The Augur? Really? Well, I think you'd better go see Mirabelle Irvine. Until next time.
Well, there's no quest marker, so we'll have to run around looking for Tolfdir. Because I know Tolfdir is the one that gives you the quest marker. Mirabelle doesn't give you anything. Or we can just, you know, try our luck and just go look around down there without a quest marker. I mean, like I said before, there is just a whole Ice Wraith and 2 Draugr down there. So I think I'll take that approach. Okay, good. Our dudes followed us here. I was actually worried a bit that, you know, this is another one of those magical no thrall zones, which somehow allows followers. It makes me wonder just what this game is designed for. Definitely isn't thralls. Okay, I think I hear the Draugr. I think those guys got it. Yep, fighting. I really don't want to be down there. NPCs has always been better at handling ice wraiths than me. Oh, the fire damage. I'm actually impressed. I mean, that was totally planned. The fire damage against the ice wraiths. Right? Right? Totally planned. Oh, jeez. Wow, this one actually went in a straight path right to the enemy without looking around. I think that's something to... Let's give him a round of applause. For once he did something right. Or actually not for once, but you know what I mean. He usually don't do things right. Alright, so I think there's another ice wraith here. There shouldn't be any, I think snow bears. Snow bears is some other cave, which uses the same tile set, but...
There is no help for you here.
Yee.
There is no solace in knowing what is to come.
Where are my dudes? Okay, so there's actually no enemies here.
Perseverance will only lead to disappointments. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
Wow, he's bright.
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun. Those who have sent you have not told you what they seek, what you seek. You seek that which all who wield magic seek, knowledge. You shall find this. Knowledge will corrupt. It will destroy. It will consume. You seek meaning, shelter in knowledge. You will not find it. The Thalmor sought the same thing, and it shall lead to his end, as it has so many others. No, though you may be the last, the one who calls himself Unkano has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions. Your path differs from most. You are being guided, pushed towards something. It is a good path, one untraveled by many. It is a path that can save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further. You, and those aiding you, more about the Eye of Magnus. You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware. To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your Archmage.
Yay, we're just running around. Actually, what we're seeking is a new thrall. Come on, guys, move out of the way. I don't want to have to yell at you. Especially not the words that send you flying. Because then I have to heal you back up. And that's a lot of wasted effort. Especially on my part, because I have to swap around the shouts. Well, at least we get a map marker for getting out of here. That's good. Probably kick something there. Kicking? I want to do some kicking. But in this case, kicking actually damaged our foot. So there's the Ice Wraith, so we know we're on the right track. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought that sound was our thralls pulling out their weapons. And I'm like, I kind of ditched those guys back there and went ahead of them. Not exactly the best place for combat if I just ditch those guys.
I'm not sure what happened. A monk from the Sijic Order. I hope we didn't offend him somehow. Beyond asking for you, he never said. Very strange indeed. Really? And what might that be? I'm sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it. And how do you know of this? Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the Staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this. A most impressive attitude. Keep this up, and you'll do quite well for yourself. Something as specific and ancient as the Staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done. This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
Hey, he gave us more. Oh, that's actually... I don't know if that gives more mana than our current gear. So this gives 50 points. 30, are you serious? I thought that would give 50. That gives 30, it's like a novice hood. Holy crap. Such BM from the Archmage.
College. Lords don't trust magic or those that use it.
Because we're actually about halfway into the Mage's College questline, I think. I would imagine there would be a better reward, and hey, look at that! Both our dudes are running in place now! Woohoo! Why do I feel like them running in place is gonna mean like our game is gonna glitch out somehow? They'll disappear and I'll have to go back to Shore's watchtower to pick them up again. I don't know, just a wild guess.
If there are any problems, well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking? I see. Well, yes, I suppose I did mention it, though I'm not sure what he expects me to tell you. I only brought it to his attention a few months back when the Synod showed up here looking for it. They were apparently under the impression we were keeping it in a closet somewhere. Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise.
This guy's just running here looking like he's looking to set the whole place on fire with a torch.
Little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power. No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mizulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mizulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
Well, I guess that's where we're heading next, and what I'm worried about is these guys that are running in place, they might disappear halfway in there. Let's hope that doesn't happen.